Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 12th. We're going to just jump right in here, Sagittarius. And in your first house for your general energies, you have this fourth house. For your general, this is just general energies. You have the fourth house card, which says home on it. So some of you could be moving. You have the world card showing up here. You could be thinking about moving. It's definitely something that you're thinking about making a move. Probably just in general. It doesn't have to be like a move. It could be like you changing jobs or you changing positions or something like that. But look, you have the Emperor right here. And I feel like a strong sense of like wanting to take action on something. You do have the Tower here. What I will say is that pretty much every single person has had the Tower or something similar. So it could just be another global Tower moment. I think we're going to have a bunch of those over like the next 10 years or so. So it doesn't really surprise me, but what I would say here is that, just keep your head on straight, and I wouldn't worry too much about it either. But let's see here. So you have that home card. You have this Emperor card. I feel like you definitely want to take action on something. One thing I want to point out before we jump into the reading is you do have this Fork in the Road card. And so I do feel that there's like some sort of choice that you are wanting to make. So even if you're not moving, I feel that some of you could be like wanting to make a move towards something bigger and better in your life, like a better position at work or a better position in business. I wouldn't like jump to any conclusions this week with the Knight of Swords. Sometimes I feel with the Knight of Swords that we can rush into something, or we can like jump to conclusions about things that are happening in our life. And I feel like, Mars retrograde is like notorious for making people jump to conclusions. So I would just keep your head on straight, like I said earlier. If something happens where you feel yourself jumping to a conclusion or you feel yourself like rushing, then I would just slow things down. You also have the World. And I feel that some of you are like wanting to, it's kind of weird because I feel like this is a want, like a desire to like create a new world or to live in a new world or something along those lines. So I feel like this is almost something that you desire to do, is you desire to make a change. You desire to do something different with your life. And that's kind of like the feeling that I get there. We're going to get more details on this here, Sag. With the Emperor, here you go. You have the speculation card. Like I said, before you act on anything, I wouldn't just speculate. I would make sure that you're getting the details. I keep telling people, to me, the safest way to play in 2023 is to get the evidence, right? I think we need to trust the evidence that we have on hand or that we can find. So before you have any reactions to anything with that Knight of Swords, get the evidence and make sure you have the evidence. If you're like wanting to change jobs and you have a boss who's like, oh yeah, well, give you all these raises and promotions and all this other stuff, like what is the evidence? Do they have a history of doing that for people or not, right? The other thing is like get a contract next year, especially, right? If you're like entering into a job, don't just speculate. Don't just trust that like a boss, like I feel like this has gotten you in trouble in the past, So I wouldn't just allow like a boss to be like, oh, we'll give you a raise in 6 months. I'd be like, writing. I want it in writing right now is what I would say there. Same thing with love. I would be really paying attention to actions that the person is taking. I wouldn't just take people at their word. With the Knight of Swords, you have this innovation card. Definitely could be some very positive changes coming in for you at this time. I would also be, pretty much everyone has been getting these innovation cards. We have Pluto entering into Aquarius in March. It's going to be there for a brief time before it retrogrades back into Capricorn. Doesn't matter. It's a time of innovation. It's a time of newness and doing new things. There's a lot of success in the new. With the World card, you have this appreciation card. I love this card. There's a cornucopia right here. Cornucopia represent abundance. So I do feel there could be like a lot of abundance coming in for you here, Sagittarius. And I feel like it has to do with you being grateful for the things that you have. So the more gratitude you can express, the better. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Halt card. It says there is no money coming in or coming in very slowly. I feel like this is what you have been experiencing. And so what I would say here, can we get more clarity? You have this next level card, taking your finances or business to the next level. I feel like you have experienced like a halt in your finances and either now or in the past. And I feel like it's encouraging you to level up with that next level card. And we even see that right here. You have the Page of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Tower. So some of you could have experienced a Tower moment in your finances in the past. I feel like this is past energy, so it's probably already happened. If it hasn't happened, then I don't think this is a Tower moment that will happen. I think it's more, the Tower can just be a reminder. It can basically say if you're in a situation where things have not changed, then maybe you need to create a change. The whole point of the Tower is that these people have been ignoring reality. They've been ignoring the evidence that is like saying, hey, your tower is on fire. You need to jump out before it burns down. So they built these walls up too high, and that's also why the tower is falling. So some of you might be in a situation where, again, maybe your boss has been promising a raise for like 6 months and you still don't have it. Maybe it's time to look for something else before you have a Tower moment. Again, you're watching tarot not to be scared. You're watching tarot to avoid stuff like this. So I always tell people, it's like tarot isn't set in stone, number one. Number two, Tower can just be like saying, hey, there's something better for you. And even if we go this way, look, you go to the 2 wands to the 9 of wands. 2 wands is like he is standing where he has always been, but he has the whole world in his hand. So he could easily find a much better opportunity. And the 9 of wands, like the wounded warrior. I feel like maybe you've been hurt in the past and looking for new job opportunities, or maybe you've just been disappointed, but I kind of feel like that's saying try again. The Page of Swords is facing towards the Knight of Swords. I would be careful of like running back to the past here. I would like try to get something harder. It is popping into my head. Like if you need more money or want a job or want a business, I would try something harder, not easier. I don't know why that's popping into my head, but it could just be that the universe knows that you're much more capable than you realize. You also have this Page of Wands here. This is a card of adventure. I feel like you're about to go on an adventure, looking to level up. You have that level up card here. I also feel something about love here. I do feel like there could be love coming in for you, Sagittarius. It could be another water sign. A fire sign. I was going to say a Scorpio because the Tower can represent Scorpio as well, but take it how it resonates. It could be any sign coming in for you. Let's see. With the Page of Wands, you have this Harmony card. This is what you are looking for. Pretty much, really, I think everybody is looking for more peace and harmony in their life. That is always true, but we also have Uranus and Taurus, and I think Uranus and Taurus, I always say, has like a very strong craving for freedom, and like peace and harmony would kind of be part of that. So pretty much everyone is seeking more peace and harmony in their life, and it's definitely something you're looking for. With the Page of Swords, authority, I knew that there's some sort of problem going on for some of you with a boss or an authority figure. I feel like this and it could be any gender, by the way, but I feel like this person is inconsistent. I think they promise things. Again, this is definitely for someone out there. They promise things that they're not going to give you. So if that's you, I would be looking for something else, or I would be looking for something better. I feel like this reading is saying there is something better, but you have to go get it, right? And this is in work or business. There is something. It could also be a client as well. So if you have a business and you have clients and you have someone who keeps asking for discounts and things like that, I would just say I think there are plenty of people who, will value your work. Let's put it that way. I think you just have to go find these people. I have a problem with this authority figure in your reading. Big one. With the Tower, you have this assertion card. You need to assert yourself. I'm wondering if what's unexpected is that you are going to assert yourself, that you are going to make a change. I almost feel like this is your energy. This card is actually Aries, but it doesn't matter. Even though you're Sagittarius, I understand that, but I feel like you're embracing this kind of like Aries energy where you're much more assertive. This reading is kind of giving me the vibes that maybe you are bossing up now, or you're looking to boss up. Maybe you're sick and tired of getting walked all over, Sagittarius, or whatever, and so you're kind of like embracing that Aries Emperor energy. And yes, I understand that's not your energy, but that doesn't mean you can't embrace it, right? Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this Fork in the Road card. Definitely a choice. Here's the thing. I think that there's a choice that is like so much better than what you've been experiencing. It doesn't matter if it's in love, in business, whatever. I feel like it just takes your whole entire life in a new direction. Like let's say you have a choice in work and you pick the new choice. I think it is going to also affect your love life. For example, sometimes I think when things start getting better in life, or when we pick a better path, then other things also start to improve. So I really feel that there's like a path coming in for you where there are additional improvements, where it's like maybe it improves your money, but also because of that improves your love life and maybe your health or something else. So, I would say whatever this choice is, it's much, much better than what you have been experiencing. So I really like where this is going now. I wasn't so sure where this reading was going in the beginning, but I think it's much more positive when we get to this point here. You have the Devil, the Two of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. I would be careful of this devil energy. Of course, we're getting close to a Mercury retrograde at the end of the month. So if you have any people who were like toxic in the past or who were, energy vampires in the past, I would definitely, avoid those types of people with this. I kind of feel like things are improving. You're going to the next level, like that next level card said. You have this fork in the road. Clearly, there's some sort of next level thing. But I think you have to get the energy drainers out of your life, as Les Brown says. I feel like you have to get the people out of your life who just see you becoming successful and want to take advantage of it. I feel that could be happening. You have the Two of Wands here, definitely a choice to be made, and I feel like Two of Wands is very simple to me. It says pick the new path, pick the new choice. He's standing where he has always been. This is his village down here as well, and so he needs to leave a comfort zone, and I definitely feel there could be a lot of opportunity for you to like leave a comfort zone this week or to really level up, but I would pick it. You have to choose it. You also have the King of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy, and it is funny that we were talking about Uranus and Taurus. So I feel like you're hoping for more security, more stability in life, more better energy in general. I also feel like you're hoping to be able to have some like longer term security, like even to the point of having savings in your bank account, or maybe you're like hiding money under your mattress or something like that. I don't know. I think you're just looking for a little bit more than what you have had. You're trying to build up that security. You want the harmony. I feel like this reading is kind of boring to me, and not in a bad way. It's just like very basic, which I guess that could be a good thing as well. It kind of says like, hey, there's not necessarily a lot for you to work on, although I think making a change is a big thing. I think you're just looking for that, peace of mind. Let's put it that way. With the Devil card, you have this versatility card. I would be careful of anyone who's been back and forth in your life. This card's come up a lot, this versatility card. There's also like a flexibility card in this deck, and both of them have been coming up for like everyone. I think we're just in a time where, if we're too attached to the way things have always been done, the King of Pentacles, which is basically the card of convention, the way things have always been done, then we're going to be stuck. We need to try new things. We're entering into this time of Aquarius, as I've been saying. We need to try new stuff. With the Two of Wands, you have this indecision card. To me, this is a very straightforward choice, and I think you need to not overthink it, especially if you have a choice to make. I feel like this reading is saying you might be second guessing a new opportunity, but don't allow this tower to happen, is what I feel like saying. I feel like you need to maybe leave a comfort zone. Some of you could be leaving a person as well, take it how it resonates. But I feel for some of you, and maybe you're sensing that something isn't as secure as you thought it was. And again, for most of you, I feel this could be a job or a business. And I feel, again, that maybe the writing's on the wall. Maybe there are things that are happening where you're like, I'm not so sure how long this is going to last. And I feel like it's saying, find something new. Or clearly there is something new coming in for you. So this could be like a new opportunity. I even feel for some of you, it could be through a friend. Like maybe a friend is like, hey, my business is hiring, or maybe the company they work for is hiring. I feel like that's a clue that you should like take it. With the King of Pentacles, you have the friendship card. Are you kidding me? There you go. I literally said this could be coming through a friend. And again, I'm not telling you what to do. As I always say, I don't think tarot should tell you what to do. I think this is just a good opportunity that if I were you, I would take advantage of it. Of course, again, you have free will. You can do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. But what I would say is if the writing is on the wall, then I would make the change. Same thing in business. Some of you, I kind of feel like the versatility card is just asking you to like diversify, right? It's like, this year I've been kind of like working on diversifying across multiple social media accounts and like all other stuff, because I don't know, just makes me nervous to just be on one thing, right? And I feel like some of you could be doing that in your life, where maybe you're just nervous being connected to like one job or, one business or something. And I feel like you're kind of trying to make sure that you don't necessarily spread yourself too thin, but I think you just want to have a plan, is what this is saying. At the end here, for messages from your future self, look at this. You have two trees. You have this release and this protection card. So I do feel like you're protected. I feel like that release card is talking about obviously releasing whatever this past situation is, whether it's a person or a job that just isn't worth it, plain and simple. Again, very straightforward reading, as always, Sagittarius, right? It's like talking about like one thing, basically. And clearly it's something that isn't worth it. You have the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles here. So, see, here's the thing, is that some of you could be feeling a little bit beaten up or defensive based off, like, your past, the past few years or whatever, and I feel like that's fine. I feel you're kind of, like, getting through this energy, these difficulties and challenges maybe that you've been through. Nine of Wands is a card of kind of, like, putting up boundaries, but it's also a card of kind of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. To me, it's a card of experimentation. And as I've said to pretty much everyone, I mean, I think for the next like 20 years, that experimentation is the name of the game. People that are able to, kind of experiment, but not only experiment, the people that are able to take the things that have worked in multiple areas of their lives and then also experiment with the things that have worked, meaning that you're creating like iterations of the things that have worked. That's the name of the game for the next like 20 years or so. So it sounds like a lot of work, and I do think it is a lot of work. But again, I always say you have to move a lot of dirt to get to the gold, and you're alive right now. So it's like there's really, as far as I'm concerned, there's really, maybe it is a lot of work, but there's like no other option, right? Well, the option is to just do nothing. But, I want to encourage people to move a lot of dirt to get to the gold because, I think there's a lot of abundance, a lot of prosperity to be created. And, we can all do it, but we do have to definitely experiment, put in the work. You have the Ace of Cups here. This is your emotions overflowing. And that's the other trick here as well. I think you need to look at your heart and say, like, where is my heart? Where do I want to put my heart? Is it in this career and job, or is there something better for me? Is there something different? Same thing in love. It's like, do you want love? Do you not want love? Where can you put your heart, and where can it overflow naturally? Like, the Ace of Cups, there's no effort here. It's like above this water. It's overflowing. It could easily reach down, fill itself back up. It's not like something that's difficult for the hand of God here to do. And so it's like self-filling. It's self-fulfilling as well. And I feel like you need to look for those situations, where it really doesn't require much work. I always use this channel as an example. It's like most people can probably tell like which reading I start with and which reading I am with, because it's like the readings at the end of my day, as I go through my day, it's like they always get more and more energetic because I do this because it fills me with energy, right? I'm channeling from source. So it's like, what can you do that fills you with energy? And here you go. You have the Six of Pentacles. What is worth it to you as far as work and business is concerned, or even your relationship? It's like, where can you give and get back equally, right? This is a card of equal give and take. So I feel like you need to kind of look at situations that are more worth it. And I feel like that's really what your future self is saying here. Six of Pentacles is also a card of experimentation. Six of Pentacles says, try all your ideas and see what grows, and then keep working on the things that grow. The things that don't grow, get rid of them. With the Nine of Wands, here you go. You have this practicality card. Very straightforward energy. It kind of like says to me, the things in your life that you work on that are meant to work are just going to work. The things that aren't, won't. Plain and simple. So I would make sure you're working on what works, plain and simple. With the Ace of Cups, you have this optimism card. See, I feel like there's a lot of reasons to be happy. I would also say, like in work and business, what makes you feel optimistic? Are you doing that now, or is there maybe something better that could be coming in for you? And with the Six of Pentacles, you have this companionship card. I do feel a little bit of love here. I would say it's probably a new person. It could be a friend as well here, Sagittarius, that's coming in for you. Or it could be someone through friends, because it's coming right up next to this friendship card here. So if you're looking for love, I definitely feel there could be love coming in for you. If you're not looking for love, I feel this could just be talking about like teamwork with other people. We're going to pull 5 main themes now, and you have this Fox card. It says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Yeah, it's like one of those things, like maybe you feel that you owe your job or your career something, but really you don't. So don't be afraid to go look for something better if you kind of see that the writing is on the wall. And I want to stress, again, if you have a good job and you feel like there's nothing to worry about, then there's nothing to worry about, right? Like, don't create, people always ask me, does this mean I have to leave my job? I love my job. No, if you love a job, then this part of the message isn't for you, is what I would say. But if you know, and like I gave you the example, it's like if you're looking at your job and if you're looking at competitors and maybe you're getting paid like half as much, then it might be a good time to leave, right? If your boss has been promising you a raise for months and you don't have one yet, it might be a good time to leave, right? Or go, but again, like I always say, like get a job first, then leave, right? But it might be time to look for something else. Same thing in love as well. I would be careful of being too nice here. I'm getting on that card. So there you go. You have this bell card. It says announcement on it. What kind of announcement is coming in here? You cannot, oh wait, what does it say? You have this Grapes card. It says time to go out and have fun. I thought this said time to go. Exactly what I've been saying, but definitely time to go out and have fun. I think we all need to have more fun right now. You don't have any of the cards, but pretty much everyone has had these cards of needing to have more fun. You have this archway. It says new opportunity, possibilities, and paths opening up. Are you kidding me? That's like the whole entire reading has been about a new path this new path is you ascending with that level up card. It's like clearly you're leveling up. Next, you have this April card right here. It says April on it. You have this club card. It says someone will try to make you do something against your will. No one can make us do anything against our will. But again, April could be an interesting time of the year. That could be when the change comes in for you. We're talking about April of 2023. When we get to April, pretty good time, actually. There's we're finally past all the retrogrades in April, finally past all the BS. So, there are going to be eclipses in April, but for the most part, it's like a good time of the year. So I'd make sure you're not doing anything against your will at that time. You have this Vine card. It says, seek out information that will help you. I feel that, again, this is like what I'm talking about with having to move a lot of dirt to get to the gold, which I talk about a lot because I think we're in a time where there's a lot of dirt. And you have to dig for the gold, but it is there. So this to me looks like an opportunity for you to level up in not just one area of your life, but all areas of your life. And I would just pick the new path, plain and simple. But thank you for being here, Sag. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.